Wake up! This is Breakfast and Bets.
I had a little breakfast.
Happy November. We are here. Waking up. Breakfast and Bets. Mitch Carl, Ray G. Y'all know where to find me at Ray GQ. For my man Mitch at. Let's bring Mitch in the stream. Mitch, little candy hangover last night, Halloween night, out with the kids. It was cold out here, 32 degrees in Dallas, Texas, but we're up. Got my coffee. No breakfast. This is the breakfast right here, but we are going to dive into some bets, man. How you doing today?
Not bad. Nice little intermittent fasting humble brag over there on your side.
You know,
hey, no breakfast, just some coffee.
I try to keep the physique in as good a shape as I can at 37 years old, man. But good to be here.
Keep it tight, keep it right.
Yeah, keeping it tight, man. Keeping it tight. Appreciate everybody tapping in for this one. I saw you've already posted an NBA betting video over on your channel. There's not a lot up right now for the NFL, but we're going to walk through some plays, see what we can find, get you in and out of here, see what we can pull up, Mitch. But we've got a premium product, Dubclub. Dubclub, make sure you join the Dubclub product if you want our premium picks. Mitch, tell them about it real quick.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'd rather just show them, too. Can you tell us?
Let's do that. Yes, we can. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it. So, hey, man, picture worth 1,000 words, right? Here's Hughes last night. Just missed out. Needed Franz Wagner to get one more PRA. Hit the 2X, just missed the 10X. Hughes is one of our cappers. We had Fire finished plus 28 units for the month of October after being plus 33 units in September. And by the way, if you are a Fliff user, that's the only thing he posts for. Every single play he posts is Fliff only. J-Step last night, I don't think he recapped it in here. Recapped it in the main chat. Hit a 10X, just missed another freaking 25X 2 nights ago for NHL. The dude is nasty. And my man Ray, again, the freaking Fliff sniper as of late. I believe this is your 5th out of 6th hit or for your single picks, a plus 115 value, and then banged home an SGP. So I believe, 6 out of your last 7, 6 out of your last 8 picks have swept Ray. The beauty of this, and, transparency is everything, man. I went 2-2 last night. 2-2, had a hook on Mitch Robb, who had 15 PR at, I think, about 10 minutes left in the third, 3 minutes left in the third, and then he just never came back in the game, finished at 22 minutes. So the beauty of it is if I don't have a great night, 2-2 is not great, it's average, I still have team and staff inside Discord that are hammering out W's for you, and that's the beauty of Dubclub. Use promo code BFAST, BFAST, and that is Ray's beautiful promo code for this show.
Here's the thing, too, Mitch. If anybody thinks that we're going to go 6-0, 5-0, 3-0 every day, every other day, that's just not what it is, man. If you find somebody that says they're batting 55% every time they bat and they're over, that's not how it is. You've got to be able to bankroll manage for the variance. You have to understand that there's going to be seasons, man. You can go to my Pickett verified pick tracker. There was a month, Mitch, where I don't think there was damn near any green the entire month. It was just red, every single day. But you continue to trust the process. You follow the math. You put forth you bankroll manage how you're betting and your unit allocation, and you'll be fine. And that's what makes it profitable better. You can't give up or just Hail Mary plays it. So it's a really dope community you've built out. So just wanted to kind of give a shout out to that and what we're trying to build over there inside of that Discord. But here on this channel, when we do these streams, when I'm posting video plays, when you're posting videos, we're just shopping for value. These aren't the premium picks, but these are based on the math, based on the data, based on the billions of dollars flowing into sports books. These are profitable bets that you can take. So we're going to dive into some of that today. And Mitch, some of the plays that you talked about from the hits that I had, they were straight off of the odds finder tool. And they were straight off of there, filtered by implied probability. And I just took the plays that were the best math-based plays. So let's go ahead and dive into it and see what we can find for the people. I'll pull your screen up now, man.
All right, so I've got NFL, mysparry.com. You guys can use this. Again, mysparry.com. Go ahead and use it. Go to the NFL tab, click highest to lowest for the implied probability, and then show 250. You'll be able to see this. You scroll around, you'll find plays. Here's one, Jason Sanders. Currently, only 3 sports books are providing a line for this. This is a Sunday game showdown between top 2 records in the AFC, Dolphins at Chiefs. Jason Sanders, under 1.5 3-pointers on Prize Picks. Juiced, minus 150 on Fliff, minus 135 to the under on DK. Caesars, minus 142. Now, I personally like to wait until I have 4 or 5, and then definitely if I have 6 books. 3 books, It's not a lot to compare, right? Again, Ray and I are just trying to show you value. We're not saying this is our pick. This is our premium pick. No. We're going to post those in Discord. What we're showing you on this show every single time we are live is this is a value. This gas station selling gas for $3 versus that one for $4. And that's what this is showing you. Hey, look at the odds here. The other books haven't put this up. These books have juiced it. You get a nice value on the Prize Picks, Underdog, Parlay Play Sleeper because they have fixed pricing. So you can do that one right there on Prize Picks under 1.5 for Jason Sanders field goal prop. And that one is still live on Prize Picks. I'll bring it up for you. And I'll show you the same thing for Brandon Aubrey for the Dallas Cowboys. Under 1.5, not 3-pointers, man. I'm doing too much NBA. Under 1.5.
A field goal is 3. A field goal, to be
exactly.
fair, is 3
At least
points.
there's some logic.
Yes.
So give us the under for both of these. They're both field goal props. But again, I'm telling you right now, we do not have a ton of books that are telling you this. It's just the 3 books that we have. So take it for what it's worth. They are a value. But ideally, what we want to find is something like this. And here I've gone and I've clicked the NBA. Same thing, highest to lowest for the implied probability, plus 250 entries are shown. And I'm just looking for these types of numbers. Here's 3 books. Rudy Gobert, it's a similar play. At least that's a higher implied probability. So the under 1.5 for Rudy Gobert's assist is a better play than both the field goals, even though it only has 3 books. What I want to find is this. Give me 5. Give me 6 sports books that have a line. Here's 4. Here's a much better play. Tyler Hero over 3.5 assists on Underdog. 4 books have juiced the over, including Pinnacle, the sharpest book that we have out there. Davion Mitchell, all right, for the Kings, over 4.5 assists on Underdog, is available on 5 sports books, 4 of which are juicing the over. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, under 5.5 assists, under 5.5 rebounds. 6 sportsbooks, Ray. This potentially, while it might not have the highest implied probability as the other, probably the best overall play that I've even shown today because we have 6 books. We have 6 places that we can compare pricing, and then we get a bumped pick already on Price Picks. So we can look at this on Underdog and be like, dang, that is a really nice value. And this is likely going to move quite quickly, maybe even while the show is live today.
Yeah, Mitch, I agree. Those are some good plays and a good way to use the odds finder tool. And I am about to go against the grain here. I'm about to go against the grain because I know people are dying for Thursday night picks. And Mitch and I talk about whole numbers. I am not a big fan of whole numbers, but let me show you something for the Thursday night game. So let me scroll back up here, and I want to talk about.
Before you even show it, Ray, let me ask. Is it a tackle and assist prop?
It's not a tackle and assist prop. It is not a tackle and assist prop. It's an actual receiving prop. I'm going to pull up the tool right now. So here we go. We got the odds finder tool pulled up, and this is on Underdog Fantasy. DeAndre Hopkins coming off of that monster game, 3 touchdowns. I believe he only had 4 receptions in that matchup. But you see right here, no line on Prize Picks, no line on Sleeper, no line on Parlay Play. We've got 1 line for DeAndre Hopkins, and that is on what is this? Underdog Fantasy. Underdog, you can get DeAndre Hopkins receiving line, his reception at 4. And Mitch, not a fan of whole numbers, but you look at this at 3.5 everywhere, every book, DraftKings, Flip, Pinnacle, FanDuel. I mean, minus 170, minus 180. This is getting bumped. It's not going to be at 3.5 for long. By the time we get to the damn game, it'll be 4 receptions for DeAndre Hopkins, 4.5. But if you're okay with a push and you're like, you know what, as long as he hits 4 and I don't lose, then cool. Like, this is one where you can do it. Like, if you want to take DeAndre Hopkins over 4 because you just want to play something on Thursday night, the math is saying that he should have 4, right? 3.5 should get 4. The same with George Pickens. Look at this. Minus 185, minus 166, minus 175 on Pinnacle. George Pickens' line between now and the kickoff of the Thursday night football game is probably going to go up higher than 3.5 across the sports book. So if you're fearful, maybe Hopkins, maybe George Pickens, this line bumps up to 4.5 and you caught some value at 4, you can play that. I don't want to discourage people from doing, having some intuition and a gut feel. If you like that, at least the data says he should at least at a 62% chance that he's going to at least have 4 receptions in that matchup. So if you wanted to take DeAndre Hopkins, if you wanted to take George Pickens on Underdog Fantasy. Again, I am not a fan of whole numbers, but if you're okay with it, the math, the information flowing into the sports books, and the money is saying that both of these players should at least have 4 receptions in that game on Thursday night.
Yeah, I like what you're saying there too. I mean, listen, what Ray and I also try to separate here is not the opening line that is there; it's the bumped line, right? So if Ray says, "Hey, take the over 3.5," you go check it later, and it's bumped to 4. That's when we're like, the value was at 3.5.
Right.
Same thing here. Ray likes the 4.0. If it moves later and it bumps to something else, all right, then maybe be a little apprehensive about taking that line. So it's the bumped line after we've made our pick. It's not necessarily saying we'll never take any bump line ever. I mean, last week, Jordan Brooks. He opened at 7.5 on sportsbooks. Price Pick said, no way. We're going to make him 8-0. I still took over 8-0. I still liked it because I liked the Jordan Brooks play. I had him over 8.5 on DK plus 110 or something like that. That was easy. Guy finished with 10, 11 tackles
Yes.
there. Franklin had 14, same thing, over 10-0 tackles on Price Picks. The opening line versus what we pick versus the end result, the closing line value, is kind of what we're comparing. So there is a difference. It's not just a blanket statement, never take any round numbers. Ray, I think you nailed it, man. That was a good explanation.
Mitch, what do you have? I think we got some more NFL, baby. I think we got a little more NFL, Mitch. I'm seeing something that I like, baby. Can I pull it up?
Let's see it.
Can I pull it up, Mitch? All right.
Do it.
All right, Deontay Johnson right here. We got his receiving yards right here on the odds finder. 59.5 on Prize Picks, Mitch. And you look across the board. This is to the under. Pinnacle minus 140. So just watch this one at 57.5 at minus 140 to the under. You got Fliff minus 125. DK FanDuel. FanDuel's got it at 58.5. Probably even money. Yep, both sides. I'm liking where this is headed, Mitch, and I'm just going to ask you because you got 59.5 on Prize Picks, 57.5 on Underdog, 60.5 on Parlay Play, and then you look across the sports books, you got 57 to 58. What are you thinking about this Deontay Johnson line in this Thursday night matchup? We're talking about receptions for Pickens and all this other stuff. What are you doing with this one right here, Mitch?
Yeah, no, I take the yards. I'm fine with that. You know why? His receptions prop. There's always looking at one market and then making your decision. But I think it's always best to kind of look at all of them and see what the books are saying. A few markets I look at when I'm looking at yardage is going to be the receptions prop, along with the longest receptions prop, which I don't see one for. You can start to kind of take all of these puzzle pieces to put it together to get your answer. Currently, Deontay Johnson, over 4.5 receptions, massive juice to the over. You tell me Deontay Johnson is going to get 5 receptions today? If that's true, or on Thursday, if Deontay Johnson gets 5 receptions, is he going to average just 10.12 yards per reception? I don't know. It looks like they're trying to target him down the field a little bit more this year. He's got some speed. Give me the over 57.5 receiving yards. I do like that a lot. I currently was going through here to see if we had any value, and we're starting to get down to those numbers I get uncomfortable with for the implied probabilities. And it looks like just kicker props, honestly, because we don't have a lot of props out for Thursday night football. It's just
Cowards.
You started the show off saying there ain't much there, and you were wrong, man. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough doing, trying to get ahead. And sometimes you can catch good value getting in early. Sometimes it goes against you. But ultimately, one of the things that we like to preach and we teach, and we talked about this on the last stream, Mitch, is I don't give a damn if it's NFL, NBA, NHL. Like, I'm taking the value where it is. I know nothing about NHL, and I don't think I've missed one yet so far, just following the math, and I know nothing about the NHL. So as long as there's value, first we shop, then we eat. That's what we got to do, and that's what we're doing right now.
I'm going to talk about one. I think this is a valuable play, and I just typed in Will Levis. All right, so we saw this second rounder pop off in his first start, and boy, was that fun. I mean, that was a good time, right? I am going to show you. Here's an interesting play, and it's not, some plus EV or anything like that. This is just, hey, if Levis goes, is it Levis or Levis? Tell me, college football, man.
I was gonna correct you, but I was gonna let you finish. It's Levis, man. It's Levis.
Oh, so it's not Will Levi?
No,
Levi.
It's not Levi's, man. It's goddamn Levis, man.
All right, so give me the over 1.5 passing touchdowns for plus 185 on DraftKings. Look at you, Fliffer Nutters, plus 175. This is a good play, in my opinion. You've got really, really long odds here for a single prop. When you start to get like plus 200, plus 250, I mean, you start to look at like a single game parlay, 2 picks parlay together. You're getting a single result. You need one thing to come to fruition to get a plus 195 banger. I like it, especially for a guy that went out there and looked the part, man. He looked the part for Tennessee as a starting quarterback in the match against the Steelers. I mean, that's a glorious matchup. Don't get this twisted. The Steelers' pass defense is reckless. They stink. They allow a huge amount of yardage every game. We just saw this kid throwing deep left and right in his first start down the field like crazy. And if he gets this matchup against this team that lets up big play after big play, they have given up the seventh highest rate for passing touchdowns in the NFL, 1.43 passing touchdowns per game, the 8th most passing yards per game, 245.5 yards per game. They give up, and here it is. This is the big one, Ray. They allow the most yards per completion in the NFL, 12.7 yards per completion. So you got a defense here in the Steelers giving up literally the most big plays in the NFL per pass. And then you got a kid that literally just wanted to chuck it down the field left and right. Give me Levis for over 1.5 passing touchdowns at massive. Now, you're not throwing a full unit on something like that, but you can play to win one unit, right? That's a really solid way to gamble.
Well, and I also feel like if we are, listening to the data, right, listening to how Pittsburgh's defense counteracts, passing offenses, it makes me feel even a little bit better about DeAndre Hopkins. That line sitting at 3.5 across the books. It's a whole number at 4 on Underdog Fantasy, but it makes me feel even better about DeAndre Hopkins, who is going to be the leading target getter for that team. They don't have anybody that can cover him. Young quarterback, throw the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. It's quite simple. So it makes me feel even better about that play over on Underdog. And if we are assuming, or the books are telling us that Levis is, there's a good shot or at least a chance for him to go over 2 passing touchdowns or 1.5 passing touchdowns, well, then that means on the other side of the ball, they're probably going to have to throw the ball as well. George Pickens, Deontay Johnson. Could be a sneaky little Thursday night game of bad quarterbacks just throwing the ball around against bad defenses. Tennessee's passing defense isn't good either. They just traded All-Pro Kevin Byard to the Philadelphia Eagles. This isn't a good passing defense either. So there could be some disgusting, sneaky upside for some receivers to have some fun in this matchup on Thursday night. And that doesn't mean the game is going to be good, but we're just trying to find some value inside of this market, Mitch.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I'm looking at Tennessee right now, giving up 69.6% completion rate. That is the 5th worst in the NFL. So a guy like Deontay Johnson, Mr. PPR machine, I mean, if he's going to be getting peppered, right, you got to think that yardage prop is actually a really solid play. The more data I look at here, passing yards per attempt. Remember, I told you I was kind of worried, maybe not worried, I don't know. But I was talking about Deontay Johnson's yards per reception. He's never been a guy receiving like a really long ADOT. I mean, he's a short yardage guy in the past. That's how he's been used. Tennessee is allowing the 3rd most yards per attempt, the 9th most yards per completion, the 5th highest completion rate. Deontay Johnson being peppered with targets in his last game against Jacksonville at 85 receiving yards, ran 95% of the snaps, 14 targets. Juice to the over for 5 receptions. Yeah, man. Actually, I think that's a legit play. And if you don't plop that in there, I'm probably taking that as an official.
I got you on the.
I love that pick, man. I think the Deontay yardage prop is glorious, man. Nice find.
All right, there we go. I got your screen pulled up too, Mitch. So just so people who are listening, maybe they're driving in the car, what did you just kind of talk through, and what play did you lock in?
Yeah, so 2 currently. I'm tailing your Deontay Johnson over 57.5 receiving yards. I think that's a great play. Not just his targets, but it's the opposing defense and their data as well. And it's the odds. It's really nice odds. It's not juiced. We're getting a fair value at that line. Now, Will Levis on the other side, man, over 1.5 passing touchdowns plus 195 for a guy facing a terrible pass defense. And you're getting great odds, almost plus 200 on DK. Threw 4 touchdowns his first start. Loves going down the field. The Steelers allowing, I can't remember what I said already. I think the worst.
It was bad.
The worst in the NFL for yards per completion. So we have 2 plays there for Thursday Night Football, and they're both, I think, significant value.
There we go. I'm actually filtering right now, Mitch. Just find some NBA. Is there any there's got to be some good NBA. We got a nice little slate tonight, don't we? What's it, Wednesday
There's
night?
NBA, baby.
What's
Yeah,
it?
I had pulled this up earlier. There's 2 plays already. I mean, they popped right off the page. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander under 5.5 rebounds popped on the MySparry.com odds finder. Juiced to the under on 6 sportsbooks. Davion Mitchell similarly was juiced to the over on 5 sportsbooks. They are at the Oracle tonight. The Sacramento Kings playing in Golden State. There is no De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox had rolled his ankle, I think, last game, right? High ankle sprain, maybe. So he's out. So you're going to get Davion Mitchell's going to start.
The reason I say is because this morning, Mitch, when I was looking around, there was a lot of value with the under that total for that game total. It was like 232.5, 233.5. It was like laddered from 232 to like 235, laddered all the way up. And I'm thinking, man, Fox, Steph, I don't know. But you saying that De'Aaron Fox is injured, that makes more sense as to why I was seeing that pop up on the tool. Yep. This is why you don't trust your gut, right? The gut was let me I want to say this, man, and I think this is an important point to make. What we're doing, how we're betting, and looking at value, shopping for lines. On Sunday, we were in here and we were talking about Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, and we were both off on the read of that game with those 2 players and the receptions. Everybody missed on that. Neither Cooper Kupp nor Puka Nacua did a damn thing for us. But I remember being in the stream and people were like, well, if you guys like Kupp and you like Nacua, shouldn't you just take Matthew Stafford's over his passing yards? Now, we didn't know that Stafford was going to get injured, but that is why, even if we like one side of a game or some players in a game, if the math and the data aren't really telling us to take the other players on that team, you just don't do it. You don't just, I think it can happen, or like we are truly trying to follow a process. And as that game was going on, all I kept thinking is about the stream. Like, this is why I'm glad we didn't take the over on Matthew Stafford. I would have been down even more money pairing Matthew Stafford with Kupp and Puka Nacua. So don't try to force things. Take the value where it is. Trust the process. Be able to embrace and accept the variance. And the way that you do that is by proper bankroll management, by not going kamikaze, reckless. If I've been there before. All your damn plays miss in the early slate, and then you just start kamikaze firing away for the late slate to try to catch up. Don't do that. If things don't work out, you know what? You wipe your hands and say, it wasn't my day today. Let me keep some money in my pocket, and let's get after it tomorrow. There's way too many things going on right now in the sports world, whether it's NHL, NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball is coming. Don't blow money trying to chase a falling knife of plays that you missed earlier in the day. Just don't do it, y'all.
Ray, let's talk about a single pick here on the odds finder. I'm looking at Kevon Looney for the Golden State Warriors. Under 11.5 rebounds. Let's talk about this real quick. We have 4 books juicing, and I mean heavily juicing the under. Minus 140 Flip, minus 145 DK, minus 131 Caesars. That's fair. And then a minus 69 on Pinnacle. Kevon Looney under 11.5 rebounds, still sitting there on Prize Picks. And then you got FanDuel Sportsbook, the outlier book right here at minus 115. That is a tremendous single pick. And it's a very, very good pick on Prize Picks as well. So I think Kevon Looney under 11.5 boards, matchup against Sabonis, never fun. Let me take the under 11.5 FanDuel as an official pick. And then I'm also taking him here on Prize Picks. And this is going to bump, my friend. I mean, there's no way this sits here. There's going to be 11-0 within the hour. So this play, if you can snag it now, tremendous value. Sportsbooks, give me the under 11.5 rebounds, minus 115 as an official pick.
Mitch, can I just ask you about your profitability on FanDuel? As we do this and we shop lines, it seems like they always have some very favorable lines to take advantage of. FanDuel, that is.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know what – I mean, people have been calling them out on Twitter for the past year, and I don't know if they're just trying to accrue new users or what, but they've been a tremendous place to put your single game parlays together. They're giving you a 50% boost for every primetime game, which we keep banging out wins. I missed this Mondays, but Ray, before that, I was on a streak of 5 in a row. So, I mean, you don't win them all, but you definitely have an opportunity to win more often than you're not on a sports book like FanDuel right now that just keeps sleeping or is doing it purposely. I don't care either way. We're going to keep banging out.
We don't care.
No, don't care.
All Too Good said Looney already bumped on Prize Picks. Looney was already bumped on Prize Picks. Appreciate it, All Too Good, tapping into the stream.
Yep.
One of your patrons, Mitch, probably a long time, T-Sox24 said, appreciate me having you recap what you said because they are driving right now. I am driving. We got you, T-Sox24. Minka Fitzpatrick, another one. Here's a good little nugget, right? Didn't even know this. And now that this pops up by Hater Maker right here, Minka Fitzpatrick out as well for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that makes it even more favorable to throw against a bad passing defense when you don't have one of the best safeties in the NFL playing for Pittsburgh. So it just makes me feel even better about DeAndre Hopkins and Will Levis, as you called him earlier today, Mitch. I like both of those players even more now. And that is a quick bump. Prize Picks is watching. And I have found a lot of success, Mitch, the singles and fliff right now. And I know people enjoy Prize Picks and Underdog. I do too. When I hit that 625X, I'm feeling real good. But understand what you're doing, folks. You got to get 6 damn picks right? This is a 6-leg parlay that you have to hit, a 5-leg parlay. So you want to do as much stuff to put the odds in your favor because it's a long shot throwing it in there. So if you have an ability to use FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, Sleeper, take advantage of the singles. It's okay to bat singles, baby. You bat singles and you hit and stack that bankroll. It's okay just to win a unit. And Pork Chop asked what a unit was. Everybody bets different sizes, man. Everyone's got a different bankroll. Everybody's got different financial obligations, Pork Chop. So some people's unit size is what you bet per slip. That might be $10. Some people's unit size is $100. So that's how, instead of saying I put 25 on this or Mitch put $14 on that, half a unit, quarter unit, full unit, 2 units, et cetera, et cetera. Make sure you get that figured out if you wanna be serious about this. Make sure your unit allocation is very important, my man. Very, very important. Or my girl. I don't want to assume. I don't want to be presumptuous here. Mitch, what else we got?
Yeah, so I want to bring this up too. As you're talking about singles, I mean, I'm known. I'm known for this over the past several years of doing this professionally, full time. I just dominate sportsbooks, man. And yeah, do I post Prize Picks and Underdog and things like that? Absolutely. But 90% of my volume goes into singles picks, goes onto sportsbooks, and I just smack them. I smack them around like ease. 20-10 last week. Week prior, I went like 500 or so. Week prior to that, I went 18-4, 13-5 the week before that. I mean, it's just sportsbooks versus me is just they're out of their weight class. They're punching out, man. It's this type of stuff that both data and odds are the perfect recipe for me. I'm not somebody who's like, no, man, I'm just going to 100% focus on what the odds are saying, or vice versa. No, you got to watch the games. Everything's about data. Don't worry about odds. It's both, man. It's both. The recipe is give me the odds, give me the data, and if the two align, I'm playing it. Kevon Looney, case in point, under 3 or 4 games this season, last 2 seasons with Draymond Green in the lineup, averages less than 10 rebounds per game. Minutes are not always there, and they haven't been this year. 28, 28, 27, 25. Matchup against Sacramento. He did well in the playoffs, but he was playing an insane amount of minutes due to some injuries as well. During the regular season, he had been under in 2 of 4. Gets less rebounds on the road versus at home. Is at home tonight, so that gives him a nice little boost, I suppose. But we're talking smaller sample size. Still only averaged 10.5 at home versus 9.2 on the road. So the data tells me take Looney under. The odds are a tremendous failure in FanDuel, -115. And this is the recipe for me. And this is why I continue to smack around the sports books. Now, I don't want to sit here and just, tap my own shoulder and say, good job, me. Look how good I am. But this stuff matters to people, right? They want to see that you are able to do what you say you can do. And here is my here's my Pickett results for the month of October. And you can see, man, I was bored. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, did not have NFL, did not have NBA. I'm playing random sports, just bored. But here's Sunday. Clean sweep across the board on Sunday for NFL. And here's NBA, starting on the 24th. W's across the board. So you asked, I'll show you. Uh-oh, we lose Ray?
Bitch, I'm right here. My bad. I was muted, man. Wife was trying to smoke me out with the heat on in the damn office, so I had to open the window up. Can you pull up the odds finder tool, Mitch? Go to the NBA. Gordon Hayward, assists.
I love the search function, by the way. That's just about my favorite thing on this.
Go to Gordon Hayward's assist, and let's talk about that one real quick. Wait a minute. You're on Gordon. So it must have updated. Prize Picks right now. Let me pull up my screen, okay? Let me pull up my screen. Let me pull up my screen. So I don't know what's actually available, but on my screen right here, Gordon Hayward assists 4.5 on Prize Picks, and then you see the juice across the books, Mitch, right here. Fliff minus 140, DraftKings minus 130, Pinnacle. Is it on Prize Picks at all anymore?
So I just refreshed mine. I think it might be gone, or maybe you updated before me.
Okay. I was like, you could add that one in there. Minus 152 on Pinnacle for Hayward to go under his assist total at 4.5. And I don't know if that's up on Prize Picks or not, but that's why I was like, pull this up to see if it's there. They may have yanked it, Mitch. They may have yanked it.
Yeah, it looks like they did. He is available, though, on Sleeper. So if you want to take the under 4.5 assists, I brought up Prize Picks on my screen, and nope, Hayward has been removed. So that's unfortunate. That did look like a nice line. And hey, that's going to happen. I did a video this morning, Ray. 2 plays while I was live over the last 2 days have bumped while recording the video. Yesterday, Kevin Durant under 5.5, maybe assist was the prop. And literally on the screen during my recording, it shows one of your projections have changed. It's got the little time bar going. It's going to happen. The odds finder is going to highlight, hey, this is mispriced. This is a nice value. These probably 75% of the time will get bumped or totally wiped off the board. So the difference between what's premium versus what you can do on your own here is slight, but there is a difference, because when you're using the odds finder, you're going to find something. It's going to be a nice value for you in that moment. That moment is fleeting. So when you see it, you take it. And then inside Discord, we're going to post a mix of, hey, these are plus EV along with our data-driven decisions. And that's when you get that 6-on-6 flex 25. That's when you get your 10x 5-of-5 Prize Picks or underdog. And that's how you get your singles picks. So there is a difference. You guys can do a lot of this on your own. Just use the website.
And this is my last one that I'm going to throw up real quick. And this is just another easy way to use this tool. This whole cluster right here, you've got PJ Washington's points under 15.5 in probability 57%. You look across the books, Pinnacle is saying minus 153 is what the pricing should be. You see MGM minus 135, our MySpari sort of prediction, taking all of these and the average out, minus 136. PJ Washington under 15.5. Keep that one on your radar, folks. You also have Desmond Bane over 4.5 assists on Prize Picks. You look across, look at this, FanDuel 4.5 to go over, minus 140. Pinnacle 147. MGM minus 130. Fliff minus 135. Keep that one on your radar as well, folks. Like, just scroll down. It's very easy. And I'm looking. Just scroll. I look down the Pinnacle line as the sharp bookmaker, and then I just reverse engineer my way to a play. All right. DeAndre Ayton, points. Pinnacle is saying 11.5, minus 145 to the over for Ayton. So you just work your way back, see what the odds are telling you, look at the hit rate, the implied probability, figure out what book you want to play that on, and lock it in. Lock it in. I mean, Ayton is kind of a bum, so you got to be careful. Like, if you don't feel good about it, then don't take it. But Drew Holiday, 4.5. Like, just go down, just scroll. It's so easy to use this. And the best part about it is, even if you don't sign up for premium product, this is absolutely free.
T-Sox brought up something really cool in chat. I love that. And I've actually seen T do that in Discord. And she'll post her photo of her W. And it'll be 2 plays we posted on Prize Picks that she just parlayed together on Fliff. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. It's super smart. We never talk about stuff like that. I'm always interested to see how people use the premium stuff. If a play gets bumped on Prize Picks, you have access to Fliff. Why can't you do that? I mean, you like the one play here and it gets removed on underdog, grab it on Fliff, parlay them together. If we felt okay doing it on Prize Picks, you can do it on Fliff.
And I think that's a perfect segue to end the stream today. We don't want to keep you here. We want to shop for value. We want you guys to shop for value. T-Sox, thank you for that. That is a very valuable piece of advice. One more time, if you like a play on Prize Picks and it's bumped, it's taken off, it's removed, just go to Flip, put 2 of them together, put 3 of them together, and roll with those same plays. That way, hell, you even get a better payout that way probably than just taking the 2 picks on Prize Picks. So T-Sox, appreciate that and your participation inside the Discord. You're an awesome Discord member. So, Mitch, anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
No, I was going to do the same thing you did. You nailed it. I was going to go down the list and just point out 5, 6 plays.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it real quick.
I was going to say, I'm looking at several plays here. They're still in the book, so let's just go ahead and slam these out. David Mitchell over 4.5 assists on underdog. Pops off. High implied probability. Alper and Sengun over 9.5 rebounds. Same thing. 6 sportsbooks over minus 135. That's wild. Kristaps Porzingis under 2.5 assists. He's only hit the over once since being on the Boston roster, and juiced on 4 books. So under 2.5 assists, available on Underdog and Sleeper. So on and so forth. Just go down the line. I don't need to read them off for you. You guys can grab these. Killian Hayes under 4.5 assists, Sleeper. 6 books saying this thing is hitting the under. That's where the money's going from the public. So on and so forth. Y'all can do this on your own. If you need help, though, and you don't have time, outsource your time to us. We'll do it for you. We'll put together bangers, and we're going to start alerting them quite soon. In fact, as soon as we end this stream, Ray, I'm going to dive into all this data. I'm going to start posting my premium picks for the day.
Yeah, I'm already on Flip working up some because there's a lot of stuff popping up with totals and things of that nature. So we're talking player props, but we're betting everything. So we appreciate y'all being in. Use the promo code BFAST. Get in the premium Discord. Start engaging with the chat. Check out Mitch's content. Follow him on Twitter at DFS and Donuts. Tap into my stuff at RayGQ. Check out his YouTube channel. We're posting plays on ours. Come join the club. Let's get some dubs together. We shop, then we eat. Good luck, and Mitch and I will see you all Sunday morning. Breakfast and Bets NFL edition. Let's get it. Good luck. Good night. We're out. Peace.